What if the night you dreamed of your whole life could disappear with a single strike of a clock? Tonight, magic will rise, hearts will race, and one moment will change everything forever. Welcome to Ghibli World, where every story glows with wonder and heart. The house was finally silent. Cinderella stood alone, echoes of laughter fading as the carriage disappeared. In her hands, she still held a ribbon she had hoped to wear. Her eyes slowly filled with tears. She whispered, "I only wish to see the world beyond these walls." She sank to the floor and cried. Then, a soft glow filled the room. Warm, calm, almost like a memory. Cinderella looked up. Before her stood a kind, radiant figure, not frightening, but comforting, like hope itself. The gentle voice said, "Do not cry. You have been patient and kind, even in sorrow." Cinderella whispered, "Who are you?" The figure smiled, "A friend. Tonight, your heart shall be rewarded." The figure looked around. "Bring me a pumpkin." Confused but trusting, Cinderella obeyed. With a single graceful motion, the pumpkin shimmered, stretched, and transformed into a grand golden carriage. Cinderella gasped. "Mice," the figure said softly. Tiny creatures gathered. With a flick of light, they became strong, elegant horses. A small rat stood nearby. He became a proud coachman. Then, the figure turned to Cinderella. Her worn dress lifted in light and transformed into a gown of flowing beauty. Soft, radiant, almost like starlight. On her feet appeared delicate glass slippers. Cinderella looked at herself, unable to believe it. The figure stepped closer. "This magic is not forever." Cinderella listened carefully. "When the clock strikes midnight, everything will return to what it was." The room fell quiet. "Midnight," Cinderella repeated softly. "Go," the figure said gently. "Live this moment, but remember the time." The carriage rolled toward the palace. Lights glowed like stars across the grand hall. Music filled the air. When Cinderella stepped out, the entire crowd turned. Whispers spread. "Who is she? She looks like a dream." Even the prince paused. He had never seen someone like her. Not just her beauty, but the quiet grace, the kindness in her eyes. He stepped forward. "May I have this dance?" Cinderella hesitated, then nodded. They danced. The world seemed to fade away. No cruel voices, no heavy work, no sorrow. Only music, only light, only this moment. The prince spoke gently. "You are unlike anyone I have ever met." Cinderella smiled softly. For the first time in years, she felt seen. Then, a distant sound. Dong! Cinderella froze. The clock. Dong! Her heart raced. Dong! "Midnight," she whispered. Without a word, she turned and ran. The prince called after her, "Wait," but she didn't stop. Down the grand stairs, her foot slipped. One glass slipper fell, but she kept running, because she knew magic does not wait. Outside, the carriage vanished. The horses returned to mice. The gown faded back into rags. Cinderella stood alone once more, breathing heavily, but holding something new. A memory, a moment, a spark of hope. Back in the palace, the prince held the glass slipper in silence. He had lost her, but not completely, because some stories are not meant to end in one night. Subscribe to Ghibli World, where magic continues, and every story finds its destiny.